Good afternoon, everyone. This is Father John from St. Teresa's again. I'd like to address the parishioners. You probably heard from our bishop, the diocese is opening, and I'd just like to express a few things, make it absolutely clear, all right? The bishop in his letter gave permission for churches to open as of the 13th and 14th, that's Saturday and Sunday. We're not allowed to open anytime sooner. He did not say you have to open up on the 13th or the 14th. Each church, he said, is going to be different. Some of the churches, they'll be very easy to open up, no problem. Other ones have to take other things into consideration. I know there's a parish in our own Coachella Valley that won't be opening up until at least the 21st because they want to make sure they have everything correct. You're probably wondering, when are we going to open up? Well, as of this moment, right now, I don't know. I know that's not what you're expecting. Several months ago, I started a committee on opening up the parish, or reopening up the parish. Since then, we've also added the whole pastoral council, parish pastoral council, to advise, to check out different things as to when we can open up. We're still looking at it because, number one, the most important thing we care about is safety. We don't want anybody coming to church and getting sick. We don't want to be like that place in the Ozarks where everybody was in the pool together and got sick. They're talking right now that because of the protests that are going on for the past 10, 11 days, a lot of people aren't wearing masks, so they're worried 14 days from now there's going to be a lot more people sick with the COVID-19. We don't want that to happen because they came to St. Teresa's parish. The diocese doesn't want it to happen. And for sure, the state and the city does not want it to happen. So we're looking at different things, different possibilities. And I ask you, please be patient with us as we try to work this out. Number one, it's going to be difficult when we do open up. Right now, the state we're in level 2, step 1 of the state's reordering things. Right now, the most people we can have on property for a given service is 100. Now, it does not mean 100 people in church, 100 parishioners. This means 100 people total, and then you have to subtract the lector, father, any hospitality ministers, the people who are, helping people get into church and, go through security, screening, and so forth like that. Those people all have to be counted in also. You can't have people in the parking lot watching Mass on their little cell phones or something, because that's part of the 100. I know some people I've talked to Father David this morning, and we have another meeting coming up shortly, but it was made clear that if we don't start on the 13th, 14th, please, for the love of God, tell the people, don't come to Solitude or Guadalupe. We don't have the room, and we have to take care of our own people. And they can only have 100 people maximum. As you know, Guadalupe can't even do that. So please be aware of this. And even when we do start having masses, again, please, no one who is probably over 60 or 65. If you're 30 and you have underlying conditions, or if you're over 60, 65 and you have underlying conditions, if you have COPD, if you have asthma, if you have diabetes, if you have a heart problem, don't come to church. The diocese has still left it open. There is no Sunday obligation right now for the people in the Diocese of San Bernardino. We will still be broadcasting. Every Sunday we will record our masses, even once we get started, inviting the people in. Again, we will record it. You can watch it on the computer, on your TV, however you've been watching it. But we don't want anyone to get sick. And also with children, if you have any children, especially real little babies, don't bring them to church. There's a real possibility, they could get sick, and we don't want that. Let's also consider, some of the other people who could be in church and could, maybe you went to visit some person and now after you visited them, you find out they had the virus. Please self-quarantine yourself. Don't come to church. I know as Catholics, the sacraments are very important to us. The sacraments mean a lot, especially communion. But, we're trying to work out other ways of doing this. I'd like to be able to say right now that we're going to send out Eucharistic ministers to all the different people who are sick and who are elderly and cannot come to church. Unfortunately, in this diocese, and because of certain requirements, we have obligation. All of our Eucharistic ministers who go to nursing homes and to private homes are mandated reporters. That means if they see something and it looks kind of suspicious, they have to report it to law enforcement officers. Eucharistic ministers who work in church do not have to do that. Only those who go out. So again, this has to be taken into consideration. There are a lot of things we're worried about, but the number one thing always is the health of our parishioners. There's also going to be a meeting in the state on the 15th to decide if they're going to go stage 2, step 2. Maybe allowing more people to come in. I don't know. There's going to probably, even the protocol that the diocese sent out for how to open up the churches, how to say masses, how to do weddings, how to do funerals. All these things, they're in flux, they're changing. Why? Because the obligation and the responsibilities coming from the diocese, coming from the state are different. So again, please, we have you in our prayers. Please keep us in yours. I thank you very much, first of all, for supporting everything. Your parish, St. Teresa's. Bear with us. I would rather, if we have to, wait one more week and do everything so everyone is safe. Also, to be patient with us. And may Almighty God bless us and keep us safe. And let us also pray for peace. Peace in our cities, in our country, and in our world.